The Chicago Bears are facing a massive risk that could ruin their entire season before it even begins. If we do not protect our star quarterback, everything we have worked for will vanish in an instant. As an insider following every move at Halas Hall, I can tell you the tension is rising quickly. We cannot afford to let Caleb Williams take hits like a sitting duck out there. Our front office is looking at a major move that might surprise some fans, but it is necessary for survival. Before we dive into this critical update, please subscribe and join us. Caden Proctor is the name that is going to change everything for the Chicago Bears offensive line. In the latest mock draft, it became very clear that the top defensive targets like the star safeties and the best edge rushers were already off the board. This left Ryan Poles with a massive choice to make for the future of the franchise. He decided to focus on the most important job of all, which is keeping his young quarterback safe from harm. This young tackle from Alabama is a mountain of a man who stands at over 6.5 feet tall. He weighs over 350 pounds, and he brings a level of power we desperately need right now. The team clearly does not trust some of the other options currently on the roster to hold down that left side. We saw how they refused to play certain players during the playoffs last year, which tells us everything we need to know about the lack of depth. This prospect gives them massive upside and could end our tackle concerns for the next decade. He is surprisingly agile for someone of his size, which means he can move his feet and stay in front of fast defenders. This matters because the NFL is full of quick edge rushers who love to exploit slow linemen. By picking this Alabama standout, the Bears are making a statement that they will not let their season be ruined by a weak line. Many fans might have wanted a flashier defensive pick, but protecting the quarterback is always the priority. The draft process is all about finding value where you can, and this move provides a solid foundation for the entire offense. If we want to see this team succeed in the long run, we have to start in the trenches where games are won and lost. The front office knows that they cannot take any more chances with the protection of their biggest investment. This news is a wake-up call for everyone who thought the line was good enough as it is. It shows that the leadership is willing to pivot and take the best player available to secure the pocket. We need someone who can step in and dominate from day one, and this young man has the physical tools to do exactly that for Chicago. We must be ready for this shift, because it changes our entire strategy for the season. Trayton Stukes is the next piece of this puzzle that every Bears fan needs to watch closely. While the first round was all about protection, the second round is about adding serious speed to our defense. The front office showed a lot of interest in him during his pro day, and it is easy to see why they are excited. He is a defensive back from Arizona who can play multiple roles in the secondary, which is a huge bonus for our coaching staff. This versatile athlete could end up playing as a safety or even moving into the slot to cover quick receivers. One of the most impressive things about him is his incredible ability to read the eyes of the opposing quarterback. This skill allows him to anticipate where the ball is going before it even leaves the passer's hand. He is also incredibly fast, clocking in with a 40-yard dash time that puts him in the top tier of all prospects. Ryan Poles has been very vocal about the need to get faster on the defensive side of the ball, especially after what we saw in the playoffs. This young prospect fits that mission perfectly because he has the range to cover the entire field. Even though he had an injury in the past, his recent performances show that those concerns are far behind him now. He has become a much more reliable tackler and a true ball hawk in the secondary. We lost several key players in the safety group recently, so adding someone with this kind of talent is a must. He could even allow us to move other players around to maximize their strengths. Having a player who can adapt to different situations gives the defense a massive advantage against complex offenses. He plays with a level of intensity that is hard to find, and he always seems to be around the ball when a big play is needed. This young man represents the future of our secondary, and his speed will be a nightmare for opposing offensive coordinators. The Bears are looking for players who can make an immediate impact, and he fits that description to a T. We need more playmakers who can turn the tide of a game with a single interception or a crucial stop. By bringing in this type of athlete, we are building a defense that is not only fast, but also smart. This is what it takes to win. This strategy matters because it translates directly into winning more games and avoiding the failures of the past. If the Bears do not get these picks right, they risk leaving their quarterback exposed and their defense too slow to compete. It is a very simple equation for success in the modern NFL. You must have a line that can block and a defense that can run down the fastest players on the field. Without these improvements, the team will continue to struggle against the elite teams in our division. Picking a massive tackle helps ensure that the offense can actually run the plays as they were designed. It gives the quarterback the extra second he needs to find an open receiver down the field. On the other side of the ball, adding a fast defensive back means we will not get burned by long passes late in the game. These are the direct consequences of the decisions being made right now in the front office. We are talking about the difference between a winning season and another year of disappointment for the fans. This is not about complex schemes or long-term visions that take years to develop. It is about getting better players on the field today so we can win tomorrow. The risk of failure is high because every team in our league is trying to do the same thing. If we pass on these talented young men, we might not get another chance to fix these holes for a long time. The season impact will be felt immediately when the first whistle blows. We want to see a team that is physically dominant and mentally sharp. These moves are designed to create that reality for Chicago. It is emotional for the fans, because we have waited a long time to have a truly elite team again. We want to feel confident when our team takes the field against the best in the league. By focusing on these specific areas, the Bears are showing that they understand what it takes to climb to the top. They are prioritizing the areas that have caused the most pain in recent years. This is about building a roster that can withstand the pressure of a long season. Every single game counts, and having the right people in place is the only way to ensure that we are always ready to compete and fight to stay on top in every game this year. Let's look at the scenarios that could play out because the tension is really starting to build. In the best-case scenario, this new tackle becomes a brick wall for our offense. He shuts down the best pass rushers in the league and gives our quarterback a clean pocket to work with every single Sunday. This would allow our offense to become one of the most explosive units in the entire country. At the same time, the new defensive back would become a turnover machine in our secondary. He would use his elite speed to track down balls and take them back for touchdowns. This combination would lead the Bears straight to the playoffs and maybe even a deep run toward a championship. It would be a dream come true for every fan who is stuck by this team through the lean years. But we also have to consider the worst-case scenario where things do not go as planned. If this works, we are the kings of the North. But if it fails, we are back to square one with a broken line and a defense that cannot stop anyone. If the young tackle struggles with the speed of the pro game, our quarterback will be under constant fire. This could lead to injuries or a loss of confidence that ruins his development. If the defensive back cannot adjust to the complex systems in the NFL, we will continue to give up big plays at the worst possible moments. The pressure on these young players is immense and the margin for error is razor thin. One bad step or one missed assignment can change the outcome of a game in an instant. This is why the draft is so stressful for everyone involved. We are betting the future of the franchise on these evaluations. The emotional stakes are higher than they have been in a very long time. We can all feel the urgency in the air as we get closer to the big day. Every choice matters and every player must perform at their absolute best. We are either building a powerhouse or setting ourselves up for more heartbreak. The fans deserve to see a team that can compete at the highest level every single year. The contrast between success and failure has never been more clear than it is right now for the Chicago Bears. We must hope that our leadership is making the right choices for the entire city today. To wrap everything up, the situation for the Chicago Bears is very clear. We have a golden opportunity to fix our biggest weaknesses in this upcoming draft. By bringing in a massive tackle like the one from Alabama, we protect our future at the quarterback position. By adding speed to the secondary, we ensure our defense can keep up with the fastest offenses in the league. The main dilemma is whether these young prospects can handle the massive pressure of playing in a city like Chicago. It is a lot to ask of someone just starting their professional career, but the rewards are potentially legendary. Be honest with yourself, would you trust a rookie to protect our star quarterback in a playoff game? It is a tough question that our front office has to answer very soon. We all want what is best for this team, and we hope these moves are the right ones. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Bears draft strategy, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update on our favorite team. We are in this together as one loyal family.